like these players on Twitch and whatnot, like pro players, and obviously they're professionals for a reason.
Mhm.
But I see how like how consistent they can be at the top, like where they really can't. I mean, obviously, they make a lot of mistakes, right? They're
Mhm. Oh
they're
yeah.
they're players just like everyone else, but they're still able to like make the minimal amount of mistakes against people who have like obviously insane aim, insane mechanics. Some of them are super smart players. So it's that's the kind of consistency I'm looking for, and it's just super frustrating when I have like a few bad games or a whole red carpet. I don't care about my rank
Mhm.
at all. I just want to improve as a player overall. That's like
Great
my
mindset.
main goal.
Good.
Yeah. So
Where do you find yourself mostly struggling in game besides consistency? Because consistency means a lot of things. It's
yeah, that's true.
like where specifically are you noticing your downfalls?
Hmm.
And it might not be a question you have an answer to. That's one of the reasons you come to me. If you don't have an answer to that, I can
Right.
kind of point that out for you.
I would say I feel like I've like recently what's really helped my game is improving the way that I like actually engage in fights. So I think that one thing that I've like started to kind of pick up on is properly peaking an angle and actually like kind of like I used to wide swing everything when I started playing. I would wide
Hmm.
swing pretty much everything, but I've noticed like a lot of the good players don't actually just wide swing everything. They kind of like it's like a little move. They move into the angle in a way, and then they
Hmm.
like kind of clear it, and then they move next, and
Hmm.
they move into the next angle. And I've noticed that I'm not as consistent with that. So I think like my movement probably needs a little work, and probably crosshair placement, which I think I have pretty good crosshair placement, but it's not as good as like other players, of course. So I think those are probably some things that I could work on, and then maybe agent choice. I don't feel like I fall into like a proper category for agents. I don't know. I just kind of,
Hmm.
I don't play what the team needs, but I just
I
kind of play like what I feel
I
like.
think that's fine. I think
Yeah,
you get this in every game with categories, and
yeah,
as long as your comp is not drastically unwinnable and you're
yeah,
not playing against a coordinated pro team. That's a big like if you're playing against a coordinated team, comp absolutely matters. But in
yeah.
ranked, it's way more important that everyone is playing something that they're comfortable on,
Hmm.
as long as it's not like atrocious. Like if you're running a Sova Sky KO
Hmm.
and two Sentinels, you're gonna have a bad time. Just like
Yeah.
it's not, it's not a great comp. But
Hmm.
you can make most comps work as long as you're comfortable with the agents that you're playing.
Hmm.
It gets a little bit less that way in high ranks just by the nature of things, but
Right.
still, again, like, as long as it's not a shit team comp, it doesn't matter. And the same
Gotcha.
thing is like you know, even unless your goal is to go pro, and even if your goal is to go pro, it's way better for you to have fun and play what you enjoy and do what you want than care about, oh, what's the perfect theoretical best, oh, I should be so comfortable on this exact range of agents, like, oh, I need to
Right.
be a controller player, like, oh, I need to pick up, like, doesn't matter. Make sure you're having fun. That's what's like, don't, I see a lot of people do that where like that's what was happening with me when the beta came out and I was grinding to get a good rank so that I could put myself on Fiverr as a coach. It was unhealthy.
Right.
I wasn't having fun with the game. I was aim training 2 hours a day. I was grinding 6 hours a day. It was not sustainable, and it's the reason I don't really play anymore is because when I do play, I don't have fun playing at a high rank. What's the point of me
Mm.
playing if I'm not having fun?
I
So
see.
like you've got to make that question in yourself, like how can don't throw, of course, but what can I do to continue to have this game be fun for me? Because when the game is fun, we want to improve. We really
Yes.
we want to get better because being good at the game is fun. Um, so just remember that's always your primary directive is
Right.
enjoy the game as much as you can, and you're not going to enjoy it 100% of the time. That's the nature of um, any competitive game is that there are
Mhm.
going to be times where we're pissed off, but whatever you can do to have the best experience you can is going to make your
Right.
life a lot easier. Do you right now? Are you aim training?
Um, I can't say that I'm aim training consistently, but occasionally, yeah, I do. I do aim train.
All
I
right, and
use
how
hmm?
much are you aim training a day?
uh I normally just play like a bunch of DM. So I'm not aim training at all as of recently. But
Okay.
there was a point where I was aim training
I think
for every day.
if you're looking to be an immortal, you have
Mm-hmm.
to aim train. It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be a lot. It's not like you have to be running an hour a day or 2 hours a day, but you definitely have to have some sort of thing it's a baseline. Aim training is not a lot of people think, "Oh, if I'm aim training it's so I can start hitting the shots that are really hard that I can't hit." That's not what aim training is for. Aim training is there to
mm-hmm.
build a baseline. You don't work out so that you can become a bodybuilder immediately. If you really do go for that, of course that can happen, but you work out to build and maintain a level of muscle mass that you need.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
to stay healthy. That's what aim training is. Aim training is the video game equivalent to working out. We shouldn't be aim training right before we play because it's going to fatigue us, it's going to exhaust us, it's going to burn us out. We in that sense, we shouldn't be warming up too much either. It's good to warm up. We have to warm up, but I see a lot of people who like warm up for an hour, and like that's taking an hour off of how long you're going to be able to play focused and healthy and good. Warm up for
Mm-hmm.
15, 20, 25 minutes. That's all you need. You like that's what's going to get
Yeah.
you in the game sense. And so like all the people who are like people would be like, I did Kovacs for an hour and a half before I played and I sucked. What's the issue? It's like if you were going to play a soccer game and you went and you pumped iron for an hour and a half and then tried to play the soccer, you'd collapse. Like your body,
Yeah.
and it's not nearly as physical as it is in real life, but it's absolutely like we have mental energy.
Yes.
And we can run through that mental energy. One of the things I also recommend after every single game, we get up, we go refill our water, and we go to the bathroom. I don't care if your water cup is full and your bladder is empty. Every game, get up,
Mm-hmm.
bathroom water. Because what that's doing is we are forcing ourselves to drink water. We should be drinking at least half a cup a game, in general, and we're also conditioning our body to want water and to go to the bathroom in between games. Because if we start increasing our water intake, we're going to start having to pee like a motherfucker. And if you're not conditioned to going to the bathroom in between games, you're going to start to have to pee really, really bad while you're in game, and that sucks.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we
true.
are, more than everything else, we are creatures of habit. Habit
Right.
is the number one thing that defines a human. And building solid foundational habits, both in and out of game, is going to make it a lot easier for you to improve in the areas you really need to focus on. Because if you've got bad
Mm-hmm.
habits and you're making mistakes, it's really hard to fix those mistakes without fixing those habits. And then like that's one of the things that I see like a lot of times after coaching, people get worse, and it's because they have to get worse before they get better. I see a lot of players who are really used to running gunning, and then like they're really good at running gunning, and so they get up to golden plat, and all of a sudden they can't get away with that anymore because people can track them now, and people know how to counter that a little bit more, and
Mm-hmm.
so if they want to get better at the game, they have to completely strip away that play style and build from scratch again. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and that sucks, but it happens. Um, okay.
I used to aim train. I would aim train 15 minutes, like maybe an hour before I played, and I would also aim train 15 minutes before I went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did
Yep.
because I looked up that like
Before you go to bed, it's the
you,
best one. Yeah.
yeah, you,
That's
yeah,
when you wake up is also good, but right before you go to bed. That's why we cram before we go to sleep. That's why like you'll
mm-hmm,
see professional basketball players before they go to bed, they go practice free throws for like half an hour because like
right,
anything that has to do with muscle memory, with just building in those neuron pathways, when we go to sleep, that's when our body transfers short-term memory to long-term memory, and that includes muscle memory. And the thing we do right before we go to bed is the highest level of us doing that transfer. So
mm-hmm,
what I just sent you some aim training resources. The
mm-hmm,
top document is an aggregating aiming resource spreadsheet. It's got everything you could possibly want: how to track, uh, wrist wrist stretches, posture guides, fucking general routines, specific routines, everything in the kitchen sink. If there's anything relevant to aim, it's on this document. The
wow,
next two are on the document as well. They are the second one is just it's different games aim resources,
mm-hmm,
so um, it's got good resources for Valorant, and if you play other games, like you can incorporate those routines. I don't particularly recommend using all those routines, but it's got good stuff that you can pick and choose for supplemental stuff. The third document is Aimer Seven's aim theory document, which is I think he's a terrible person, but he is a great aimer, and it's one of like it's his piece de resistance. It's
Mhm.
such a comprehensive look at why we aim, how we aim, what is aim, like how do we train our aim, how do we recognize where we're lacking in aim. And it's just it can really help you kind of categorize and figure out, oh, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm bad at, here's how I improve that. And
Mhm.
it also has routines in it, but I don't even really like the routines are good. I care less about the routines and more about the actual. It's a 14-page document just full of really useful info for understanding your aim. And then the last document is the routine I have my pros run for Valorant. It's 50 minutes, 10 routines,
Mhm.
5 times each. If 50 minutes is unsustainable for you to do every day, you can reduce it, right? This is something that we do every single day. In 3 weeks, you shouldn't miss more than 1 or 2 days.
Mhm.
Just because, like, and if it's only 20 minutes, it's only 20 minutes. I don't care about it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. It's about the consistency. Um, that matters to me a lot more than anything else. Where, like, again, you're building the habit. You're teaching your brain, and your goal when you're aim training is to turn your brain off and return to monkey. All you're caring about is like you're getting into that flow state. You're getting into that zone where it's not your conscious mind making the decisions, it's your unconscious mind making the decisions. Because that's when your aim really kicks in, right? That's what crosshair positioning and good movement and like click timing training, that's all for our conscious mind. All of that stuff is what we do naturally. But when we're actually getting into the clutch moments, when we're hitting the flicks, that's our instincts responding to stimuli. And
Mhm.
if we're not getting into flow state in aim training, we're not going to be hitting shots in flow state in aim training because we're not going to be practicing when we're in flow state. Yeah, like so, the more that you can do, and like as silly as it sounds, you can do stuff like practice meditation and mindfulness to help you get into that clear-headed flow state more. It's I know I sound like a mom, but there's like
Mhm.
research showing that the more that we can clear our minds when there's not something going on, the more that we can clear our minds when something is going on. Um,
Yeah, it reminds me of something that I learned about. I just want to say this really quickly,
yeah.
like the reflex versus reaction.
Mm-hmm.
How like a lot of people in Valorant, what I noticed, including myself, don't actually hit like insane shots or go for them because they don't actually think that they can. So that's like a big part. And then also, um, a lot of the times if you're just like you said, you're sitting there and you're aim training constantly. When you're actually in game and stuff, and you're in those moments, and you're not thinking about your aim. It's when you can. Most of the times I've noticed is when I actually hit those shots as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so it's more. It becomes more of a reflex rather than like something that I'm actively thinking of. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
All right. Anything you want to go into before we start?
Is it okay if I play one deathmatch?
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free.
Okay. Would you like me to turn on my stream as well, or
Yeah. If you want, I'm not gonna
okay?
I mean, I might comment here and there, but I'm not gonna particularly
Okay.
be like, yes, let me analyze this
Yeah,
deathmatch
yeah.
perfectly.
Also, I think I'm not like the greatest on certain maps. I don't know. I think that just comes with experience and time as
Absolutely.
well.
I mean, I am horrible, and I fucking deathmatch is so busted. Deathmatch spawning is the worst.
Yeah, it is. I can't believe I just spawned right behind him.
Do you like the new skin set?
I think this one kind of gave me like a placebo effect with my aim.
I mean, I'm all for the placebo effect with skins. It literally, legitimately, skins equals wins because if you're more comfortable with your gun and you like it more, you're going to hit your shots more.
That is true. Yeah.
Luke, we have our
Oh my god, I'm so
ring inspection
fatigued.
tomorrow, so I'm gonna clean tonight, but we should make sure that we're chilling. Oh, he's not listening to me. Good counter strafe. I think that's what separates the like really good immortals from the regular immortal or like radiants. Like once you get into the top, is oh boy, is players who not
Yeah.
only can counter strafe properly, but they can really aim with their counter strafe. Because the less aiming that you're doing with your mouse, the better of a player you're going to be. Oh, phantomed. People who op
Sometimes
in
I crouch
deathmatch
and
are
some. Yeah.
that's fine.
Sometimes like.
I
Yeah.
crouch when I spray. Not always, but I'm the same way. It's personal preference. Good correction. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, I see. You got to turn it up for me. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. This has happened more than once now where you've assumed you've gotten the kill.
Yes. It
Don't.
happened a
Bad
lot.
habit. Terrible habit to build.
Okay.
I don't want that big of strafes in between our shots on like when we're tapping like that. You know,
I
it's
see.
fine to strafe a little bit, but if we're strafing that much, not only is it disrupting our crosshair, but
Mhm.
also like a bigger strafe is a lot harder to counter strafe because we're not accurate when we stop moving. We're accurate a little bit after we stop moving.
I see.
And
Yeah.
so the more variable you're making that timing, the harder it's going to
Mhm.
be. Especially like if you're going for a long duel where you're really just trying to tap the head, like that's the damage that you need to do. You know, it's one
Right.
thing. It's one thing if you hit the headshot and then now you just care about the body shot, and so you're trying to not be hit while they're
Mhm.
going for the body shot. That's fine. That's is totally holy shit. The cipher is going insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Linji, I've been in a game with him before. Yeah, I couldn't kill him in one game. I played with this guy. He just spams DM. It's like this, like it's like shots like that. It's like always the easy ones that I miss. Which is why I think I really need to actually aim stream. He's one of those because I just gotta kill right away.
oh, good job, Lenji. I mean, you did only have 40 health, but
Yeah, yeah, lucky.
to be fair, you were great micro flick.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. To be fair, you were like in a really good recoil to hit his head, even if you hit the body shot. So. Nice. Oh, I just realized I didn't even get who you mostly play for the agents. What are you?
Probably Omen the
Okay.
most, and Reyna and Jet. I used to be an op main.
Me too, man. Dude, Jet Op carried me to Immortal so hard in the beta.
Oh
I
man.
was like, all of my friends, all of the fucking pros were like, oh yeah, Jet's D tier, Jet's D tier. I'm like, no, dude, this bitch is S tier. You put an op in her hands, and you play hyper aggressive, and you get to take insane op peaks, like, and her smokes are so powerful. And everyone's like, no, no, she's shit. And I was like, you get some. Once people learn this game, you get some good players. She's gonna be unstoppable.
Mhm.
And then she was. And then they nerfed her. They nerfed her and the op, and I was like, haha, I don't have to play ranked anymore. I already got Immortal. I get to coach now. Fuck you.
and she's actually still good.
Oh yeah, she's
Still
yeah,
still
through
amazing
every
still.
single nerf, she's still incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah. If
it's
anyone
crazy.
like when they were like when they nerfed her when they buffed her smokes, I was like that is a terrible idea. And everyone's like no, she needs it. I was like that's a terrible idea. And look what they did. Like, they reverted the nerf. It was God, I'm always so right. My favorite thing is that I'll say something like that goes against the opinion, and then like 5 days later Hiko will say it, and I'm like, ah, oh, look at.
A pro agrees or a pro disagrees.
So, all right,
Um,
we're
I'm
doing
gonna.
2 live.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's hope it goes well. I feel a little tired, but that's okay. Got to play through it, right?
Gotta play through it. Like I
Ooh,
said,
it's
make sure.
Vaughn. I normally play Sova on this map,
Yeah, go
but
for it. Sova's amazing on this map.
yeah, I don't feel. I don't really know shock darts, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more important on this map to know.
Who do I want to play? Do you want to play Sova or Jet? Yeah. I think if I knew like shock darts, it would definitely take my bind to the next level for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got in my strats channel I've got um Google Doc with an unbelievable amount of shock darts in it from one of my
I,
pros that I
you
used
know
to coach.
what sucks though? It's like I actually learned some shock darts, but I don't know why. I can remember all of the recons, but as far as my shock darts go, I just can't be bothered sometimes to actually go into a private match and learn those. But I need to if I'm gonna play Solo on Bind exclusively. I like Race. Can you hear them by the way? Can you hear my
Nope,
team?
Discord does
Okay.
not stream team audio.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's interesting. My elo actually super high as well. Like I got into a game with like more than two people who were last act radiants. And I know like a lot of immortal players can just get to radiant by grinding. It's not like they're like, insane, but they're the fact that I'm getting engaged with people who are like last act radiants, sometimes I feel like the difference in experience.
Yup.
I'm gonna dart it and it's gonna be a little late. All of sight. Oh my.
Yikos.
I should have
Especially
traded that.
yeah, especially like if we're running classic, I
Hmm.
prefer like Ferrari peeking a little bit more. You don't really
Yeah.
like if you're trading and you
Hmm.
don't have you don't want to take a tactical duel there. Your
Yeah.
goal is to get in her face, cancel a heal, and get the trade.
Right.
Damn.
Dart where? Okay, that's fine. Well, me and Raiden were challenging along. You guys were just going to Puka. That's why I darted sight. Okay, that's fine. Rainer's up belong. Can you not hear me? Rena was up belong. Are we still going A?
Gotta love bind attack on Eco.
Yeah, they wanted to fake a sight on Eco, which I thought was fine, but they didn't really execute it properly. I don't know. Do you want to challenge this rain along with me? Everyone's challenging. Yeah, I can dart along. Sova and Jet. There's 3 on site. There's 2 on B. I just called that out. Can they not hear me?
Guess not.
I gotta check my. My mic is turned up to 70, so you might have to turn me down here. I'm gonna turn it to 80.
Oh Christ, my
I'm
ears.
sorry. I'm
Oh,
going
wait.
to.
Oh, my ears. Ah!
I just turned on noise suppression, so it shouldn't be too
Chilling.
bad.
I will say from like the fights that you've been having to take. Oh God, your stream is
Laggy.
oh, very much so.
I'm gonna try 720, 630. Is that fun?
Yeah, no, I don't care. I'll do fucking 480p 15 frames.
You
I
were
just
saying about the fights that I've had to take?
cared about. Oh God, what? I'm gonna give it a second to fucking chill out.
I can drone out here.
Oh, that
Dude.
sucks.
We're playing against the team. Dude.
God. Nice try. Just a
Thank you.
it was the counter strafe. Aim was fine, but slightly off on the strafe.
I feel like her crouch kind of messed me up too.
Yeah.
I need
I
to
mean,
change this.
it's not like you particularly had a lot of options there, but
Yes.
it's like
Not you. Sorry, second team.
as solo, you have a hard time creating options for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and when the options have been presented to you,
Mm-hmm.
you've not been capitalizing on them. So, and it's not like there've been a ton of options presented to you. To be fair, I'm not saying you're wasting it all.
Like, dude. I guess it's okay to leave Spike here and pick
Yeah,
Reyna.
I would have much rather we played with Arena there and
Yeah.
worried about Spike later. We can always
True.
we can always get a pick, be long, and then move into hitting A. We don't.
That's true.
We
Yeah.
got a minute and 20 seconds left.
I have a dart from site. Tube, and tube. He's gonna try to fight it.
Good. I don't like reloading there. We have 19 bullets still, and we're in a hotly contested zone. You like, especially while your killjoy's planting, you have to cover for her. Ugh. If only you had transferred. Nice try.
Yeah.
I don't really
I'm
think you
holding
had.
it
I
for
don't
you.
think you had time to back off there, but I will say, like,
Mhm.
after you get the kill on that Sova, running and gunning off the peak
Yeah.
probably gives you a much higher chance of winning that round.
My teammates are pissed at me that was elbow.
Where else the fuck would you go that round?
I don't know. They were really pissed at me for that. I can dart A and you guys can get up, but Viper does a little thing on short. Raze can just nade you all. Do we not have Asher can just smoke it, right? Yeah.
After this round, change your stream to lowest possible quality, lowest possible frames, because
Okay.
it's. I usually don't mind like lag, but I'm watching the slideshow here.
I should not have done that. I should have waited.
Yeah. Also like, why are we turning our back? You can walk
Yeah.
backwards. God gave you legs to walk backwards.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to hold the flank, but yeah, you're right. I shouldn't
Yeah,
have turned
you just
around
walk
for that.
backwards. The chance that someone peeks you heaven as the smokes are
Yeah.
expiring are so much higher than someone being on the flank right at that moment. Also,
Right.
you can angle your body so that the moment you peek the flank is the moment that you stop peeking heaven.
That's true. Ooh.
Oh, good transfer.
And
God
did I do
damn.
the reload?
She had. I don't know why she's not sucking. Oh, she doesn't have stars. I can't even see. I can't even see that she doesn't even have stars. The lag.
Okay, let's see. The lowest possible 15 frames. Oh wait, this might be better. Hold on.
Oh, much better. Perfect. What'd you do?
I just changed it to source.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know
source
if that really
source.
did anything, but I mean,
No, no
obviously did,
source.
right?
It looks amazing.
My whole team's forcing except for me. It
Yeah,
sucks.
in general, even if you don't have money, if your whole team's forcing you, force with them. Better to make a
Yeah,
mistake with your team than
I
because like,
realized
what
that
are you
the
gonna
other
do
day.
next round? Are you gonna buy? Like,
Right.
you don't want to save 2 rounds in a row if you can avoid it. Sometimes it just sucks. Oh god, I hate that fucking lineup.
I'm joining it out. No, I can't. I don't have my
You
gun.
don't have drone. You're such a psychopath. No, 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 not your job. No, you keep
Yeah, that's
you
true.
hold your threat.
That's true.
You've got all your teammates on. You got 2 teammates on site. They're worrying about showers. They're worrying about all those things. Your job is to like who is ever playing alone in U-Haul,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Never. You know, already you're a psychopath for trying to take U-Haul through slow. But
Yeah, I stopped right there because I knew, like,
no,
I
you're
was
gonna get swung.
slowed
Yeah, no,
and I had to take the fight.
yeah, absolutely.
Not gonna
I
lie.
thought you were gonna continue to push through it, but you made the right
Yeah,
decision by stopping. But then you have to continue taking the fight, U-Haul. That's your job.
I won't lie to you. I'm I don't feel like I'm all the way there, so I'm also a little nervous. I don't know why. It's just you, right?
And this is one of the reasons why I kind of recommend a VOD review sometimes over live game
Yeah.
is because like me breathing down your neck, plus like you're trying not to make mistakes because you're nervous, plus you're trying to listen to me, which is distracting you, and you're trying to change your gameplay based on what I'm saying. It kind of all adds up to a difficult time.
Oh, really? I got all of this.
30. Damn
That's
it.
unfortunate. You know, I would say like usually I feel like some of the things that you are mentioning are things that if I'm if I'm playing without like, you know, the coaching more than likely,
Hmm.
or probably the fatigue, these are things I probably not even probably 100% think about. But I'm trying to zone. I'm gonna just try to zone out and zone out my teammates, and yeah.
Sounds good. I'll avoid talking when you're in combat.
Okay.
We'll recap at the end.
Okay. I can dart showers. I have my ult. I'm gonna jump. Triple in heaven. There's 3A. There's 3A.
I
Uh,
that was not a good ult.
yeah, it wasn't.
We're 5v4. There like a pick there doesn't even particularly help us, especially because we're not taking
That's
A.
true.
I would much rather we save it for a guaranteed pick where they're
Like a
marked
post planner or
or a
something,
post player.
or
You know.
yeah. Triple hookah. Dude, I shouldn't have jiggled, but he
No.
knew I was there because I reconned it.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't love playing that position in general unless we're gonna do
Yeah.
something about it. You know, if we're
Yeah.
gonna play passive, back out along. If we're gonna play
Yeah.
aggressive, up there. But we can't play passive up there.
Yeah. I should
Wouldn't
have
it
like
wouldn't it
held.
have been nice to have our Sova ult? So the
Yeah.
team could play back and we could rely on the ult for post
Yeah.
land? Hmm.
Would have been so nice.
Hmm. Right. If you end up getting like 13 forward, I still can only do 2 games tonight, but I'll give you another game at some point in the future because I don't want to have one of your games speed a total stomp.
Yeah.
That's not helpful.
Well, if that's the case as well, then the maybe just a VOD review for the
Yeah, we
last
can
one, and I
absolutely
can
do a VOD
record
review for
it.
the last one.
Okay, cool.
But if you come back on defense, no dice.
Oh, I torched. That sucks. I'll be holding this with an op.
I mean, I know we're on eco. If we have a Spectre, let's play Spectre angles. We shouldn't even be going long. Like let's get up in their face. Let's fucking smeeg. Like there's no point to be dueling against people with rifles and
Vandals,
ops
rifles, yeah.
at a long range like that. You know, see like that
Yeah.
killjoy. She actually probably has the unless the Viper hits the headshot, she has the advantage in that fight because faster fire rate with
Right.
plenty of damage on the bullets. She dropped her gun for style points. Pop your ult. She should pop her ult here. It's too late now. Yeah, they're gonna get pushed now. Yeah. If she had popped her ult there, that would have been a lot better because they're gonna have to push it or back off. If they back off, we get better positioning. If they push it, it's so much easier to kill them because it's before they have the resources to push it.
Right. Maybe we're a better defense team. I say that all the time whenever we're losing bad on offense. No
I
one's
just
really top tier anymore.
kill ya though. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm not either. We're honestly all not doing good.
Yeah, no, you don't go 1-9, and it's a couple of people's fault.
Okay, she did. I feel like I keep bumping to my teammates a lot. Like it's really bothering me.
I haven't noticed that in particular, but I know it feels a lot worse than it looks. So Oh god, I'm one now. We use the ult there? You got hit with the
I knew
recon.
she would ping me.
You getting hit with the recon sucked there.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
I knew she would swing me there, and I like stopped, and it still just, I don't know. It sucks. Unlucky. I saw that the jet missed an off shot. Was I wrong by like trying to take more space, or?
I just against a team that's been this dominant, especially when they've got Viper ult, Sova ult, Sage ult, our team should not be playing like tentatively on B. Like the get up, get plant, and back out strategy has not worked once, and the fact that we
Yeah.
continue to do it is why we continue to lose. Like you gotta eventually switch up your strategy. I have to upload 4 YouTube videos tonight. Sag. that that was not a great
Yeah.
B hop across. If you're going to do that, and make sure that you're comfortable B hopping. Yeah. What I would have preferred we do there is tap and wait for them to
Go for
aggress
a
so that we
pick.
can
Yeah.
yeah. Because if your Astra can't come out there. You got great timing to come out, but they teleported, now that they know that you're on site, they're gonna be a lot more aggressive in holding it. So like if you tap there, you can get a kill and then help support the Astra come onto site, and then you can plant for a way that works better for you. But
Right.
like you sticking the plant there, you like forces your Astra to cover for you, and it gives you a lot less chance of like having the control in the situation. Because in there,
Right.
you were relying on the enemies to make a mistake rather than giving
Mhm.
yourself a chance to make a play.
That's true.
No reason to save that 150. Get the second shock dart.
Oh, that's true.
I'd 70 or 80 damage on a pistol round is worth way more than 150 creds. So like you don't even have to, especially on defense, you don't have to know lineups on Sova. You can just use fucking geometry.
That's true.
What'd you play before Valorant?
I didn't really play too much. I mean, I played a little bit of CS, but not really. I played Valorant before I played CS, if that makes sense.
Wow, I was never a CS player. I didn't really like the game.
Okay. Wow, are they rushing right now? What the hell? They're just up long. Okay, she's just lurking. Okay.
Perfect.
And then- He said one was Suka, so they could very much be on
Yeah.
B, but whatever. I'll just play retake and whatever. Yeah.
Fucking Killjoy is so tilted.
Dude,
Try not
this
to walk into
is.
the shock darts.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so free.
juked.
Yeah, this game is just a wipe. Everyone's saying surrender. This is definitely a go next. This is. Uh,
We might as well full buy.
got my Reyna pick.
That jet fucking threw.
Yeah.
Ah, GG. All right,
Too
well,
bad.
we'll woo, we'll do a VOD review sometime this weekend if that works for you. After the second game, that sucks.
I really like. I'm not sure if I should queue another one.
Do you want to just save the rest for this weekend? I'm fine with that
Yeah.
if that's what you prefer. Okay,
I think we should just do that.
sounds good. If
Keep
you
it
don't mind,
small.
I'm gonna deliver the order because Fiverr's an asshole about